Step 3 of the strategy is about making your tweets trending. Now, this might seem crazy ambitious, especially if you're just beginning, but the reality is that you don't need as many likes and engagement as you think to get a trending tweet. See, by the time you see a trending tweet in your timeline, it usually has thousands of likes already. So you think, oh wow, to be trending, you need thousands of likes. But actually, it's the other way around. The reason the tweets who are trending are having so many likes is because they are trending. And once you get trending, you get 100 times more impressions, likes, and engagement on your tweets. And by the time you see it in your timeline, it has so much engagement you think, wow, this is a fire tweet. You need two things to get a tweet trending. First thing is you need to have a lot of engagement on your tweet in the first hour after it's posted. And thanks to step 1 and step 2 of this course, you should be able to get there pretty quickly. If you engage with people every day, create connections, build relationships, and have this social reciprocity thing building up and compounding, eventually you will get dozens of people who engage with your content every day very generously and spontaneously, which will move all of your tweets to a couple dozen likes per day. And with step 2, we've seen that if you focus your attention on only a couple tweets per day, you are able to maximize the engagement they get and the impressions, and then overall their potential to be trending. You cannot be trending in a vacuum. You're always trending in a topic. For example, a tweet can be trending in politics, trending in music, trending in marketing. It's always going to be related to a topic. So the second part of this, once you get the engagement, you need to be associated with a topic. And how does that work? You know, I used to think it was very complicated. I used to think, oh, you need to have like a tweet that talks about a topic and this magical AI is going to automatically figure out, okay, this tweet is associated with this topic. But the Twitter algorithm, it's not that bright. It's pretty stupid. And the only reason you can get picked up in a topic is if you have the actual topic keyword in the tweet. Not a synonym, not some weird word that relates to it, the actual word. So if you want to be trending in marketing, your tweet needs to include the word marketing. Don't try to be clever. Don't try to include the word sales or promotion. Probably not going to work. Some synonyms work, but it's very random and you're never sure if it's going to work. So if you want to be safe, use the exact keyword. Now, to find the keyword that you should use, you first need to go to the topics page. So you go to your navigation, then you go to topics. Then it's going to show you the topics you're already following. So in my case, it's startups and business and finance. But what we're looking for here is actual topics that are relevant to our niche. So you need to go to more topics. Then we're going to look for the exact topic that we want to talk about. So let's say I want to talk about productivity. So I check productivity, then I go back to the previous screen. I refresh the page. And then I'm going to see productivity in there. Then I can click productivity. And here it's going to show me all the trending tweets for that. And as you can notice, there's quite a lot of engagement, 200 and so on, 23K, 3,000, 3,000. So it means it's a pretty good niche. Like if you get trending, you can get huge. So now let's check for the keyword. And you can see here the keyword is probably going to be either productive, or it can be, let's see, productivity. Let's find another one, productive, 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 productivity here. All these tweets are trending in the productivity category because they have either the productive or productivity keyword in them. Now, some of these categories will have way more synonyms. If you want to be safe, just use the main word, but you're also free to look for other synonyms if you want. For example, if I go to, let's try computer programming. Let me see. Okay, so that's probably the word devs, which is very used in the industry. Coding, probably a good word for that. And you can see trending tweets with only 16 likes, but in a very short time. So it's not that hard. Now you can see developer, obviously, for programming. Python, which is the name of a language that is probably picked up by the algorithm. Software. So basically you get the gist. Some topics are going to have synonyms and some won't. If you want to be safe, you just use computer programming, but as you can see here, you don't need to. You might be able to get away with using just the word coding or dev. But all in all, before using a keyword, make sure you see it on this page at least a couple times, so you have proof that it's being actively used and that you can be trending in these topics. Now, when I mention this to people, a lot of them tell me, yeah, but like, I want to be spontaneous with my tweets. I want to be myself. I don't want to include a keyword every time. It seems fake. Look, do you know about Google? The way Google works is it's going to read a page, and if it has the right keywords in it, it will show the page to the search results. So let's say you're looking for running shoes. You will type running shoes, and Google will look at all the page on the web that has the word running shoe in it. If you don't have the word running shoe, you will not be visible in Google. And there's an entire industry around that called SEO, search engine optimization, that is about optimizing the content of your website or your blog to make sure the Google algorithm picks up the right kind of page for the right type of keyword. This is how internet works. These algorithms, they're not geniuses. They need you to give them clues about what your content is about. If you look at my tweets, all of my tweets have the startup keyword in it, because this is how you trend on Twitter for this keyword. And this is my topic, so I want to be trending in this topic. And you look at big accounts in the startup category, we all do this. Stop seeing this as, something weird and start looking at it as just one more constraint of Twitter. Just like you only can write a tweet with 280 characters, please follow my advice and only write a tweet that includes a keyword from the topic list. The thing about having to include a keyword is that it can get kind of difficult to make a tweet sound natural by including a keyword. So I have a few things I do, to make sure I can include a keyword without feeling clumsy. So sometimes, it just flows. In the flow of a tweet, you find a natural spot for the keyword and it works fine. But sometimes, for example, if I want to do a very short tweet and there's no point in adding the keyword in it, I will do something like Startup 101, my tweet. So that way I have the startup keyword in it, and it shows up in the algorithm. And you can do this with any topic. You could do like Marketing 101, simple tweet. The goal is to get creative so people don't feel like, oh, wow, they really forced it this time, because you don't want to scare people away with a bad use of keyword. The big part of what people know me for, it's the memes I do on Twitter. And the funny thing is, for the first months of doing memes, I was getting almost no visibility and almost never a viral meme. And the reason is very simple. When you post a meme, you just put an image. And for the first month or two, I was only doing that. But because of this, there was no keyword. And because there's no keyword, the Twitter algorithm wasn't aware that these memes were about the topic. My entire trajectory changed the day I started adding a small sentence at the beginning of each meme that included the keyword. And when I did this, my visibility on my memes got 10 times bigger, and then I started trending almost every day on them. It's very funny how people actually, think, oh, it's because it's such a great meme, but I was doing good memes already, and I was getting only 10 likes. And now I'm doing similar memes, but they get 500 because they are trending. So if you do memes or if you do anything that is image or video related, make sure that your tweet also includes a sentence with the keyword in it. Else you will miss out on being trending and on way more growth. Now, before we wrap this up, let me be very clear that you should be using keywords, but not hashtags. Hashtags are a completely different thing. This is not what the Twitter algorithm is going to use to make a tweet trending. So right now, what is the use case for hashtags? Well, almost nothing. there's almost no reason to use a hashtag nowadays because it's considered spammy by the algorithm and by readers. When you see a tweet with too many hashtags, you think it's painful to read, so you get less engagement by using it. Now, there's one reason why you might use hashtags is if you're in a specific community or participating in an ongoing event that is using the hashtag. For example, hashtag build in public or hashtag 100 days of no code. This can be useful because it shows you're belonging to a community and other members of a community will discover it by going into the hashtag regularly. But except from this very specific use case, you don't need hashtags and it's actually more harmful than useful. I never use any hashtag and I'm all the better for it.